Hello and welcome to the Cardinal Report, the show that takes a look at North Central College athletics. I'm Will Armistead, and today we're heading back to the court and checking out the NCC women's volleyball team. The Cardinals are 4 wins away from setting a new school mark, and in studio today is head coach Karen Kunka to talk about the team's success this season when the Cardinal Report rolls on. With 2 more CCIW victories this week, the Cardinals moved to 28-3 on the season with a 6-1 conference record. North Central will have an opportunity for a final tune-up during this week's Benedictine University tournament in preparation for the CCIW tournament and postseason play. Coach Kunka, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you.
Looking at the first Wheaton contest, you won in 3 games, 25-8, 28-26, and 25-17. You finished out that first game in a 13-1 stretch. You know, what was working well for the team during that period?
I thought we were very composed during the first set. Our passing was really strong. We're moving the ball around well. I think one of the things we're doing better at this point in the season than earlier in the season is really distributing the ball across the floor better, and that was helping us against them. We just played very composed, I thought.
Now, Janae Harner, Crystal Wright, Stacy Mokris, they had 16 of the team's 19 kills in that first game. You had 49 kills to the Thunder's 24 in 3 games total. Can you kind of talk about the front row? Obviously, passing does have a lot to do with that, but specifically what the front row is doing there to kind of put it away.
Yeah, it definitely starts with the passing. If we don't have ball control, we're in big trouble, and that's one of the things we've always prided ourselves on. But we've been working really hard at moving the ball faster to try and open up some holes against teams blocking their front row defense. And I think that being able to push the ball faster out of our serve receive and out of our defense has really gotten our hitters up faster, and that they've been able to convert on the ball. And again, we've been able to go outside to the right side. I think our middles have had some really strong matches as well lately, so we've been really happy with the distribution.
Sure. Now, when we finish up and we look at the end stats, we generally look at kills and digs and maybe aces. Something that maybe not everyone is too familiar with is hitting percentage, and North Central actually leads the CCIW in hitting percentage at .252. Why is this such an important stat line?
Well, it's conversion. It's you're making things work out on the floor. Instead of just keeping the ball in play, you're being effective with your hitting. So instead of taking 10, 12, 15 attempts, you're getting it done in 3, 4, 5 attempts, and you're ending plays sooner, and you're obviously earning more points on the board. So it's definitely very important. And we set team goals as far as hitting percentage at the beginning of the season, where we wanted each position to be, and then where we wanted to be as a team. Our team goal, ironically, is .250. So we're actually just above it.
Right. Now heading into game 2 was a little bit closer. Again, 28-26, back and forth. What adjustments did Wheaton make that maybe neutralized the North Central attack?
They did get their hands around a few more balls, definitely blocking-wise. They were in better position. But we talked about in the timeout or in the in-between games during the transition and just said, this isn't going to go this easy the whole way through. And we knew that. We knew we needed to keep elevating our game. We needed to make adjustments for what they were doing. I thought they made some great adjustments, kind of getting stronger on their outsides or moving the ball around. They got hands around our balls, and then they got their ball control back in the second game as well, which was something they needed to do. So it was a really good game.
Sure. Now going into the third game, 25-17, again it looked like North Central was in control throughout. After that close second game, just as Wheaton had made adjustments going into that second game, what were you telling your players kind of going into that third game looking for the sweep?
Just refocusing on all the things that we talk about before the match. When we go through a scouting report, we talk about the things the other team does, but most importantly, we talk about what we need to do on our side of the floor. And we kind of went back to those things and said, strong serving is really helping us. Going fast offensively is going to help us too. We talked about some holes we saw on their side of the floor and trying to really go after those things and put them in positions that they didn't want to be in. So just refocusing on what we need to do on our side of the floor.
We spoke to Wheaton coach Jennifer King-Satterquist after the game. She had mentioned that they had scouted you, or they were fortunate enough to be able to scout you at a tournament
the weekend before.
The week prior. They said that they had your defense down. However, through those 3 games, it didn't always look that way. Was there something that you were doing to kind of mix it up, whether you knew that they knew your defense or not?
We play with our defense a little bit here and there. We actually made some pretty big changes that weekend of that tournament. We made kind of a shift in where people were lining up on the floor, moving someone from middle to left and left to middle. And then we kind of tweak our defense based on who we're playing and what they're doing to us throughout the match, whether we're going to rotate or if we're going to stay back in a perimeter defense. And we were kind of playing with that throughout the match. So we want to keep teams obviously wondering what we're doing, because as you get to this late point in the season, you can become predictable. Right. So we're still always trying to find ways to make them have to beat us and find ways to beat us.
Sure. Again, we always kind of look at that offense, but it's nice that you bring that defensive side up. Another Wheaton player that we had talked to was sophomore Sarah McWilliams, and she said that the difference between, say, a North Central and a Carthage compared to the rest of the CCIW was something as simple as not letting the ball hit the ground. In that game, in the Wheaton game, or the match, there was 80 digs by North Central. Can you kind of just talk about that aspect of the game, that it's not always just about the kills or the assists and the passing, but with the defense and getting your hands up, keeping the ball alive?
We're a strong defensive team. We have been, I think, for the past few years. We have Steph Riding in the back row, who's a first-team all-conference selection, and we actually moved her a little bit defensively in the last week, and I thought she had an outstanding match against Wheaton, just was in great coverage positions, really got to some balls that even, I think we were all like, wow, how'd she get there? And then Anna Wirtz, I think, has been making really great reads out of the back row. Janae Harner has taken on some new responsibilities playing defense for us, and the three of them together have just done a really nice job reading where they need to be and working together so that we're not kind of crowding around the ball. We know where we're supposed to be and we're doing our roles on the floor.
Well, and it looks like you kind of carried that momentum against Wheaton into the next CCIW contest with Augustana, winning that in 3 as well. The last 3 CCIW games, you've taken all 9 games 9-0 in that instance. Was there momentum that was carried over? I mean, it was kind of a short turnaround going from Friday to Tuesday, not much time in between there.
Yeah. It was a little different schedule for us because we pushed that Wheaton match to the Friday because it was our homecoming weekend. Right. But I felt like that might be a good opportunity for us at the end of the season to kind of have those together at the end of the season and really hopefully to carry that momentum over and just really be ready to go against Augie last night. Sure. I thought we did a very nice job. Right.
Let's go back to the Wheaton match one more time. It wasn't just special that you came away with a victory, but it was also a national campaign going on there, Dig for the Cure. Can you kind of talk about that specific campaign and kind of North Central's involvement? Yeah,
it's been going on for several years. It's the Dig for the Cure. College volleyball teams, high school volleyball teams across the country participate in this and help raise funds for breast cancer research and awareness and promotion. We've participated kind of in a supporting role the past couple of years by going to other tournaments, buying T-shirts. But this year we really wanted to dive in and make it a special team effort. So throughout the season we've been doing fundraising things from a serve-a-thon to having sponsors at each match. We have pink T-shirts that we wore at the match Friday night that we got for the team, but we also sold and used that money to help add to our fundraising efforts. Sure. So we're very happy to be a part of it this year, and I think the team did a nice job. We set a goal of $1,000, and we actually just went a little bit beyond that. So excellent. We were very excited about that.
Congratulations, great cause, definitely a great cause. Well, after the Wheaton match, we did have an opportunity to catch up with the Wheaton coach, a player, and a pair of Cardinals in this week's edition of What's the Word?
Wheaton really came out strong, and we were a little excited from the first game, but they came out strong, so you got to give them credit.
We dominated right away because we came out strong. We just got done warming up, so it was we just came out. We had the aura being on the home floor, and with Breast Cancer Awareness Night, especially with my mom. So for me personally, it was really special for me. When we got to the third game, it's almost like now after the first, second game, third game, now we know what we're doing. Now it's like we're gonna get in, get out, and get done.
We're an extremely young team. There are times that I have 3 freshmen across the front, and it's details for us. It's, that was too many missed serves. We only got aced maybe 5 times, which is too many. But again, it's more just the details of accuracy, whether it's the pass or the attack.
We were definitely the underdogs here, and we just wanted to prove them wrong. And like we said, we watched them at a tournament last weekend, and so we scouted them pretty heavily and knew it was coming, and I don't know, we just want to prove everyone wrong.
I think we got beaten on some blocks, just in terms of their swings. And so it's one thing to see it on tape and to have it mapped out on paper, and then to actually work it.
Our team we really work well together, and we're really bonded, and I think that helps us a lot to win because we all trust one another and we're able to bring that to the game.
My philosophy is have fun and the rest will just happen and it'll just fall into place. So basically, like with our sophomores, our juniors, and our seniors, especially our freshman setter and our freshman outside, like put us all together in a group and we're going to have a good time.
We're really looking to take on Carthage in the tournament, so we got to make sure we just take care of business now and then take them on in the tournament.
When we return, we'll be joined by Cardinal right side hitter Stacy Mocris and middle hitter Christy Herman. Stay tuned.